So hello everybody, today is the workshop about Elasticsearch. I will present you an intro about this technology. I am Amine Boulouma. The next slide provides some info about me. I have a computer science master degree in Lyon in France, and having currently a business informatics master degree in Vienna, Austria. I am really passionate about technology and business, and you can see it in the picture here. So what is Elasticsearch? Elasticsearch is a highly dependable search engine and a full text NoSQL database. So some of the key features that are in Elasticsearch are the scoring of the entries. The entries have scores. It's highly scalable. It has very high performance, and you can perform aggregation and advanced computing on searchable data. So what we will use during this workshop, we'll mainly use Python, as it is beginner and JSON friendly. As you can see, Elasticsearch is a NoSQL database, and we have to use JSON to query it. And of course the Elasticsearch library. So the resources, you can all find the resources here in this link that I will open here right now for you if you want, and it has everything about this workshop. So the source code, it is in here, the installation guide of Elasticsearch, and you can install it. It's like it requires Java though, so you should be able to install it after installing Java, and you can install Elasticsearch. For me, it took me one line of I have a Linux distribution, and it took me one line to install it here. And yeah, you can see if it's running by querying it through this URL. You can use it here. And here you can see that I have Elasticsearch up and running. Now after that, the installation, like I said to you, you go to the page of the resources and you install what you have to install. It's not really a lot, and you can install the Python client via a pip install Elasticsearch. This is mainly the two things that you will need to have Elasticsearch up and running. Here, when we come back to our repository, for example, so here is an HTML version of what we will cover during this workshop. So the installation of the Python client, the importance of packages and everything. It's a new Jupyter notebook. So we will also, if you are kind of familiar with Jupyter, it's a really nice tool to run some Python code, and you can also find the source code of the Jupyter notebook over here. It is right here. So here there is my Jupyter notebook session in my laptop. This is exactly what you see in GitHub. It's my working repository, and I will just open the notebook. So here, if you have any question, I'm recording this this workshop, and I will be available with you in the chat. So feel free to ask me during the live chat in Twitch. or just ping me on my contacts here in my website. For the installation, we will just pip install Elasticsearch for the Python client, and we will be importing the packages, the Elasticsearch package, and especially the Elasticsearch class. After that, we can configure Elasticsearch as we want. We can either configure it on the usual ports that we have seen earlier, like the local host 9200, and you have it here. Or you can either configure it, and it is here. You can see it's the default configuration of Elasticsearch. Or here you can configure it on any port you want. It can be a local host port or distant device or distant instance. Here we can create an index. There is some terminologies in Elasticsearch, and the first of it is the index. It's really close to the NoSQL terminologies, and it is very close to the SQL ones if you do some adaptations. Here, an index can be really seen as a table in a database or just a spreadsheet, and you can create it like, for example, here let's create like the first index. If you run this one, you will have it right here. So of course I have to run this before, and here let's create our index. So we created an index or table that is called first index, and here they say it's true, and everything has been great, has been processed. Here we'll see we can type this command in indices.exists, and we can see if this index is in our indices, and here they say it's true, it's already in there. So how we delete this index? We delete it by elasticsearch.indices.delete. So here we delete, and we pass as a parameter the name of the index. So here it has been deleted, and if we try to see if it exists, it's given us false, as the index doesn't exist anymore. So here you will see how to insert and get data from our database, from our Elasticsearch database, and here we will mainly use like cities as entries. We have first city, Paris, from France. You have second city is Vienna from Austria, and the third city is London from England. And here we can create an index cities and place the first documents with the first ID in this index that is called cities. And we type it, and we have some information here. The index is cities. Here we have another. The first parameter here is the name of the index. Second parameter is the document type of the entry, which we choose. There is the fourth one is the ID of the entry, and the third one is the ID of the entry, and the fourth one is the documents. And documents, it can be the terminology here about documents is it's a record. It's a record in the database. It's like a line in a spreadsheet, a row, if you want to be like something more easy to grasp. Here we enter it, and it has been entered in the index cities. with type places. The ID is 1. Version is 3 because we have been updating this database 3 times, because that's what I did before. And results and just the charts, how much info we have in, and like stuff like this. But the main thing is that we are having 3 entries here. First one, it's the document one. Second one with second ID, document 2, and the third one, ID 3, document 3. And we have them here, and we can here it's about inserting the data, and after that we can get the data. If we want to get the data here, we have our results variable that is that we can get rows or documents by giving the ID and giving the index, the doc type, and the ID. So results here is to probably yeah, I will run this one as well, so it's all good. And here, yeah, perfect. So here we got the results with the ID 1, which is Paris. The source is Paris, country is France, and you have the ID here, the found. There are a lot of those are the response of Elasticsearch, and the data you can access it in the source key here. Results source, like result of source. Here you can search. Let's do it this way. So this one is better. Now we for search query and matching documents, I will assist you by doing it like more manually. So this is the most important part of this tutorial. So we'll be doing it with you, and let's say it's Elasticsearch queries, and of course we'll be importing our packages. We'll be defining our yeah, and here you can see that we can already do as we have done before. We can create 2 of our 2 documents that are sentence that have like an attribute that is called sentence, and we have hack COVID-19 is amazing and hack quarantine is stunning. And we can update our database, and we see that our table has been created with these 2 documents. Here we definitely want to search to see how the Elasticsearch work, like the queries of Elasticsearch. So just to see, my recording is going on. That's perfect. Everything is perfect. So here the first query to see, we'll see the match query. So the match query, it will match. You will see. That's why I use Python for this, or we can use JavaScript, but Python is more like user friendly and more understandable. So here you have the body of your your query, it's from zero, from the beginning of the table, and size how much results we will take from the search, and the query. The query, it's a match query. We say let's match every sentence that has hack in its sentence. So let's do it, and we have yes, I have another. Let's delete this one, because I had another index that is on it. I updated with a third example. You will see that afterward. Indices, delete index equal sentences, or English probably. Yeah, English. So I deleted it, and now we can just enjoy our new table. So here we have a total of 2. We have 2 matching here. If you see this hits total, we have 2 matching sentences of a match query on the key. How Elasticsearch queries work is by having any type of queries. We'll see other types of queries. We have seen here match, and you can make it on the key attributes of your document, and you put in here your parameters. Here we have hack on the sentence attribute. And here, if we want to see which these 2 values are, we can just go in here and have this one in here, and let's make it size to see our results. Up, and we have our 2 results, and we have hack quarantine is stunning, and we have hack COVID-19 is amazing. So so far so good. We are doing really fun. So we will see another. We'll see another type of queries, which is we'll continue with match, so you can see something with match. We'll try to match on the sentence hack quarantine, and you will see with hack quarantine we have 2 results, and this is what is really good with Elasticsearch. You have the first one, hack quarantine, even with the hyphen here, and here is where I can introduce you to the score the score attributes of the results that we have here. And with this one, they say the score of this document has a score of 0.91, which is a very high score, and they will put you in the first. It's really like the search engine. It will really make the best the best results appear first. And it will also showcase the other one, which is hack COVID-19, even if it's not hack quarantine, but it still has some words that are in the query we have set. So it contains hack, and the score is kind of really poor, and it's 0.17. Moving forward, we will see another query, which is the match phrase query, and we will just take our last one, and we will add like match phrase query, and we will put it on hack quarantine. Oh, Sorry. He's not very happy. I don't know why though. Oh yeah. I don't know why it's not that happy. Probably it's I mistyped. Yeah, my phrase, like much phrase. And here you can see that it is only taking the results with hack quarantine and not the other results. So this is more restrictive. Match phrase is more restrictive than the match query. Moving forward, we have other type of queries. We can combine queries, and we have this must not, and should. And we can take this one, and here you can see we can keep on our parameters form and size, and here we will introduce another parameter, which is a boolean, a query with a boolean. It's because here we are combining two queries, and it's a boolean operation to do. And here we have our sentence must not match. It's like you read it. It must not match sentence, and the sentence doesn't have to have COVID-19, but still should match the sentence parameter hack. So if we run this query here, you can see that it will just take the one where is hack quarantine is stunning, and not the other one, which is hack COVID-19 is amazing, because it doesn't have to match COVID-19, which is in the other sentence. So this is the part of combining queries. And let's see. This is the last point I will discuss with you with using Elasticsearch. There are like plenty of other features. This is the main thing to have in order to understand how Elasticsearch works and how you can implement it already in your projects. So if we will just add the other, that's why earlier it was like 3, and the third one. And here we can just there is the regex version here, and here you can see that we added hack and cov is great. And here you can just match on our regex expression. We just changed it match phrase. The other types of queries by sentence, by regex expression, regular expression, and here it will match everything. It's a regular expression where it will match everything, and here you have it where it's matching everything, and it will get everything with a score of 1.0, which is the highest score possible, and everything is matching that score. So I think this is it for this workshop. I hope you really learned something out of it, and if you have any question, I am here to answer them, and I will be live discussing with you. See you.